Okay. I think we're good. I think we are good now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Welcome, peoples. Welcome, peoples. Whoever the peoples are, welcome. Let's see. Is Addie Beauty? Welcome. I need to turn my screen brightness up because I can't see tonight. There we go. Now I can see people as well. That's hopping on in. Hey, Miss Kathy, how's it going? And to everybody over on the Facebook and also on YouTube, welcome tonight. We are streaming in multiple places as always. Let me make sure my cameras are adjusted properly because it looks like Facebook is getting some of the stuff blocked over there. We'll fix it. We'll fix it. But anyway, welcome everyone. Welcome to the live. If you are new here, my name is Ladero Wharf. I am with the Notary Know-How. I host lives Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. over on TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube. I am the same name, the same handle across all channels. Notary Know-How GA. If I have enough characters, it's spelled all the way out as Georgia. So maybe it's Georgia on YouTube. But you guys, this is a space that I love to create, that I love to host, that I love to hold. Let's say it that way. For my notary buddies, for us to chat, for us to get together, for us to learn things, for us to grow our businesses, and always to make connections and help each other out. That's why I do this. So if you are a notary, I welcome you here. And if you are considering becoming a notary, welcome as well. So here, this is what I like to do. I like to I like to answer your questions. First of all, let's say it that way, right? I like to answer your questions, and I always bring 2 to 3 topics every single night that we can use to grow our business. And I try my best to make them actionable and practical tips and tricks for y'all. So welcome. Hey, Miss Kathy, welcome in. Corinne, welcome in. Let's see, real estate. That's your handle name. Welcome in. I appreciate the love. Corinne B. Let me see. Is that my normal friend Corinne? Did you like sign in under a different account? Hey, Miss Porter, how's it going? So I'm wondering like how common is that name, right? Just wondering how common that name is. But welcome. I think people on Facebook, I think y'all can hear me now. I see the little volume thing moving, and also I do see closed captions playing, so that means you can hear me. So yeah, let's go ahead and get some of the everything's fun, but not so fun announcements out of the way, right? So first of all, if you're over on Facebook, I see a person's there, but again, it's never showing me who the heck it is. I don't know. I'm tired of fighting with Facebook at this point. Um, oh, it's Lisa. Yeah, okay, now I can see who it is. It's Lisa. Hey, Lisa. Everybody on TikTok, welcome. And those are going to be watching the replay over on YouTube, welcome as well. I think I got the cameras organized. Y'all, this is my trick tip or whatever. I put them in alphabetical order so that way I can look at the right camera at all times. But some announcements I want to make. First of all, thank you for everyone who joined the free Notary Buddy community. We are now over 100 members in that bad boy. This is something that I launched literally the last day of December because I was trying to figure out where I can get people together and actually talk to them without being, having issues like we did on Facebook where they just kept muting my sound and I'm trying to tell you guys stuff. So I did create a free Notary Buddy community. If you're interested in joining it, you can just go to my profile picture in the top left here if you're on TikTok and go to my profile, the link in my bio. It will take you over to a page that looks like a link tree. Yes, there will be a warning saying that you are leaving TikTok. It's fine, I promise. Click on that and go to the second invite, the second button on there. That is the invite to join the free Notary Buddy community. Y'all in there, it's still growing, like I said at this point, but we're going to be talking about all things notary, right? We're going to be talking about all things. I guess we can talk about stuff that's adjacent to notary business as well, but I'm trying to keep it as my specialty, right? So I can help you guys grow your notary business. I can give you the raw truth without having to, be cautious of saying a certain word and getting banned on one of these platforms. And also over there, we just like to share a bunch of stuff to help you guys grow. So I did see somebody, who was it, already went over there and requested to join. I'll make sure I get you in. But yeah, so that's one thing. And also, everybody that's in the group already, my North Carolina notaries. Remember I was telling you guys about the signing agent, or pardon me, the signing service owner out in North Carolina that I wanted to connect you guys with. His name is Dean, and he jumped in the group because yesterday, look, Facebook and we had some issues, and I went live on my personal profile instead of in my closed notary group. which actually turned out to be a benefit because I got a lot more people joining the group, and some people that are not notaries yet just asking me how to become a notary. So that was interesting. I ain't want, they wasn't none of their business. They wasn't supposed to be knowing what I'm doing over there, but nonetheless, they got notified. And so Dean is now in the group because he did see my oopsie yesterday. So y'all connect with Dean if you're a North Carolina notary. I'll try not to shake my desk. I realize that when I watch my replays, my camera moves too much. So Dean is a North Carolina notary. He is a signing service owner. So connect with him. Be nice. And this is one thing about Dean. He does like to meet with you guys one-on-one for like 15 minutes. So make some time in your schedule for that. He's my friend. Like I said, be nice. If I hear otherwise, you got to deal with me. I appreciate the hearts. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And also, thank you for the big mega heart that came across the screen. Let's see. Miss Lakeisha, I just saw that you requested to join the community. I will get you in as well. Look, y'all already filling up the chat with hearts and likes. Do I have any questions down here just yet? Hey, David, how's it going? Mr. Yates, how's it going? How's it going? The Gem Dropper joined. I like that name. Hey, let me say hi to you. Let me say hi to you. Miss Candace, how's it going? Miss Candace was the one that sent me that big mega heart. I don't even know what they're called. I'm going to call it a mega heart. So I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. So yeah, guys, let's go ahead and get started. Miss Porter, welcome on. Corinne says she's a notary in New Hampshire. So I'm assuming that is a different Corinne. I like it. I just didn't know that was a common name. Cool. I appreciate you hopping on here and showing the love. I'm just trying to make sure that I got all the questions before I dive in, because y'all know as soon as I put my head down and start reading stuff, I'm going to miss everything that's happening on the screen. Cool. All right. Looks like we're good. I think just hearts are coming in now because there's another 20 on the list now. Uh-oh. Hold on. Almost closed TikTok. I got sweaty fingers. I tell y'all I be sweating. Let's see. Mr. David Yates already starting off with a question. Let me answer your question, sir. Do I offer one-on-one coaching? I do not. And look, it's not that I don't want to do it. That's just not my current calling, if you will, right? I love to do this in a group setting. I can talk to people. But look, if my notary buddies have questions, it's not hard to get a hold of me. I'm just going to say it that way, right? I do not offer official one-on-one coaching because I talk too dang on much. Let's just call it what it is. But y'all can always get a hold of me. You can message me. Preferably don't message me on TikTok unless I tell you to, because then I'm not going to look for it. But my phone number's everywhere. Look me up on any platform. My phone number is everywhere. Feel free to send me a text. If you join the community, David, go ahead and send me a direct message in there. I am always open to answer your questions. And look, if I don't know, I'm going to connect you with somebody else. Like I was talking about earlier, there's a lot of, I've been getting a lot of North Carolina questions. I don't know, but you know who does know? Dean. Dean's in the community now. So I'm connecting y'all with Dean. So I'm make sure that you get your questions answered. So yeah, hit me up. Activating wholeness. You said that's you laughing. Oh, were you over on TikTok as well, or Facebook? I don't think anybody's on YouTube yet. But hey, Miss Tamika, how's it going? I can see people now over on. Look, Facebook already giving me a warning. Nothing I said is just saying that there's too many things running. Whatever, Facebook, it's fine. It's fine. Hey, Miss Tamika. Hey, Lisa. David, so hopefully I answered your question. Gotcha. The Gem Dropper, how's it going? Hey, I'm Mumbia 51. You started saying something and got cut off. Let me see. I don't see it. Oh, ding. A lot of this stuff. Oh, and David, I wasn't being like crazy about my phone number or anything. I do have a specific phone number for my notary buddies to reach me at, I should say. I'm using all my devices right now to stream, so I can't like look up the number and give it to you. That's only, but I'm not hard to find. If I didn't tell you guys, my name is Ladero Wharf. You can look me up on Facebook. Phone number's right there in my profile banner. So that's the easy way. I just don't have that notary buddy number memorized. Hey, Miss Ward, how's it going? How is it going? Great. I'm in the community. And on your site. Okay, cool. David, then ask me questions, bro. I got you. Do you know about translated languages and fees and how to find one? Oh, okay. That was probably your question. Okay, Mumbia, I think, right? Let me look at your profile real quick. This little quick view does not. I'm gonna follow you back since I'm right here. It does not tell me where you are in this little micro view, but. Let me make sure I'm understanding your question. Oh, Mumby. Okay, Mumby. Got it. So let me make sure I'm understanding your question. Are you asking about, you're in Texas? Cool. Are you asking about like translation services for work that you're doing? Are you talking about, are we in a realm of apostilles? Give me a little bit more information so I can give you the best answer. But I appreciate you guys giving me the hearts and all that. So yeah, I'll answer your question as soon as I see it pop up. Nothing on Facebook yet, question-wise, but I just realized I need to open my email address because I emailed myself some questions. Gmail, this will be quick though. I got this. So like I said earlier in a little announcement, I was going to go through tonight and kind of switch things up just a little bit. I'm still gonna answer y'all questions, but I've been slacking on getting questions answered on my regular videos. Y'all been keeping me busy with questions. I am enjoying it, I cannot lie. So just to make sure I'm not missing questions, I did take a few down. I ran through and I answered a lot of them, right, in the comments, just on the regular TikTok posts. But I did run through as well, and I think I got 3 or 4 that I think will be good to talk about. TikTok questions, cool. And I also have some written down. Y'all know I got lots of notes. Y'all know I got lots of notes. Let's see, I got a few questions that popped up while I was looking away. Tell us again, what's your plan to do for your first quarter? Oh yeah, Miss Porter, I got you. Let me write that down. Oh, it's on the top page. Let me just draw an arrow to talk about. It's on the top of the page. I'll make sure I recap that again. Miss Ward, I appreciate you so much for the marketing templates you provided on Facebook a while ago. You are very welcome. You are very welcome. Miss Ward, look, if you haven't already joined the community that I opened up, it's free. It's a Notary Buddy community. It's separate from Facebook, TikTok, all of them, right? It's a separate little thing. Go in there, join the community. The way you get to it is go to my, what do you call this, profile thing, click on the link in my bio, go to that LinkedIn or Linktree looking page, so click on the second button, that's the invite link to the community, and this is the most important part. Once you get there, go to the learning tab. I have a lot more stuff in there for you. I have a lot more stuff in there that I believe will help you grow your business. Again, once you get in the community, there's just a learning tab, I think is what, like 2 tabs over or something. Actually, it's the second tab. The first tab is discussion. The second tab is learning tab. So go check that out. And I just added some more stuff. I just have to click release, and I'm trying to decide if I'll do that now or later tomorrow. Who do you recommend? And Mumby, your question was yes. This is for apostille and carriage as well. Do you find best ones? Okay, perfect. I'll get to that question. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Okay, so a question that Mumby asked was about translation, and this will tie into your question as well, Miss Porter. So for translations, there are a number of companies out there that you can use. It just depends on what your state requires, right? Georgia, we are what's called a wet ink state, right? So if we get this is in the realm of apostilles, y'all. Listen to me now. If we need the translation and all this stuff certified as well, here in Georgia, whoever translates it for us must wet sign that document. Anything that I'm going to recommend to you guys, for Georgia, I have you covered. But the ones I'm going to throw out there, these guys electronically sign the certificate of translation, right? We can't accept that here in Georgia. Such a pain in the butt. But companies that I like to use, that I use, let me say that, is Idiomatic. Is that how you say it? Idiomatic, I think. Look, now I forgot how to say it, but I think that's what it is. Somebody can type it in the chat if they know exactly what I'm talking about. There is, man, that threw me off. Hold on, because there's like 3 or 4 that I like to give. Y'all help me out. There's Idiomatic Translations. I'm trying to think of other national ones or like ones that just don't operate in Georgia. Translation. Companies. I don't have it in my notes right here. The Spanish group is one that I've used before. So they are over at, I think is thespanishgroup.org. That's one. Like I said, Idiomatic Translations is another one. There is Rapid Translations, I believe. So there's quite a few. It just depends on what you need in your state and a time frame. They all, fluctuate in prices. But again, the one that I recommend, I try to give y'all quite a few before I say here's the one that I use. And look, I'm gonna be honest with you. The reason I recommend them is because, well, technically I don't get paid anything from them yet, but I'm trying to work a deal out because I'm being honest. I'm being honest with y'all. I'll never lie to you. Idiomatic for us here in Georgia, Miss Porter, that's who I use just because the lady that's over it for our region, her name is Megan. What's Megan's last name? I can't remember Megan's last name right now, but you can always reach out to me. I'll make sure I connect you. They're supposed to have me a link where I can just share with people and it'll give you like the best rates and all that kind of stuff. I'm still trying to figure all this thing out, but she's really good for us here in Georgia because again, wet signature. Also for Georgia, if you're in the Gwinnett County area, specifically closer to Lawrenceville, I have used Union Latina, and the owner's name over there is Lucy. That's Union Latina Translators. The only thing is kind of hard to get Lucy to give us a wet signature if we need that. But if you're doing an apostille and it does not need a wet signature, they can accept the electronic signature, then all day, every day, Lucy is fantastic, right? Also, Idiomatic is fantastic as well. So those are people for us locally that we can use. And the other companies, I hope somebody put them in a chat because my brain just went blank when I was trying to think of them. Thank you for jumping on the live, my friend. Of course, Artisha, of course. Look, y'all, since she's on here, I'm assuming that your live is ended. Artisha had a live that was going on right before mine started. Of course, dropping gems. Look, if y'all need to know, I know y'all keep asking me about it. I will give y'all some nitty gritty on field inspections because I've done them for years. But look, Artisha is the girl to go to. You want to learn about field inspections, go look her up. Go befriend her. Go follow her. Do whatever you got to do. Look, as I know I said it before, Artisha, you probably left before I got to it yesterday, but if I can squeeze you in this week on doing a live, that would be awesome, just because, you know, Sunday is not known. So we got a couple days. If it's possible, great. If it's not, it's okay as well. I just wanted to bring you up so you can talk about field inspections for the people that want to know about it. Because I'll tell y'all about it, but look, it's just not that great for me here in Georgia. So I have a very limited view on it. Awesome. Cool. I'll reach out and I'll let you know. I will definitely let you know. I'm waiting for one other person, an insurance person, to get back to me, and I'll see what day that she chooses. Because we only got Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Let me know if you have a preferred day. Because I'm going to go live this weekend just because, right? No guarantee for next week. So I'll do that. So yeah, hopefully that answered. Oh, I didn't know I can like my own live. Who knew? I didn't know that. I was trying to double tap and get rid of something. But yeah, cool. So hopefully that answered your question about translation if I didn't babble on too much. But look, when you join the community, y'all ask me that again over there, and I will make sure I give you the list of at least like 5-6 different companies, because even if this thing work out with Idiomatic and they do give me kickbacks, I'm not just gonna only recommend them to y'all. That's not how I operate. I will say, hey, this company pays me if you use them. They don't charge you anymore. They just cut me a little piece, like $2, $5 is not much at all. But I will still give you like 6 other companies that I have used and I've been good with, right? Friday night or Saturday night is fine. Okay, cool. I'll get back to you and let you know. Because then I'll let her know, hey, the Friday night slot, Friday or Saturday is already gone. So we'll see what she decides to do. A list for courier. Oh, you did ask me about that as well. Do I have a list for courier? I don't specifically, because this is how I find mine. I literally, like stuff like this. I reach out to my notary buddies. We talk about things like this. Someone's like, hey, I'm in Texas, or hey, I'm in Wisconsin. I'm in Idaho. I reach out to them and say, hey, how far are you from the Secretary of State? If you guys are on a couple nights ago, that's literally what happened. I got connected with Sue Hicks, who is, she's not close to the Secretary of State, but she has a runner, or a courier, let me say, because I use the word runner, right? She has a courier that she's been working with for 4 years. That's how I make my connections, right? But as far as a courier list, check out Judy Lawrence with Lynn, and that's Lin, that's Lawrence Institute for Notaries. Again, I paid for her program, so I think I just automatically got put on the list. But if you don't pay for her program, does cost a penny. But it's good. It's worth it, right? And she does apostilles. That's what I pay for, her apostille training, not any other thing that she's doing, because I'm not aware of. But she has a network of for couriers, and we're just referring business back and forth, right? She does vet people first. I don't know how that process goes because I never had to go through it. So definitely check her out and see if that's something that you guys like. Hey, Michael, long time no see. Hopefully everything's still doing, hopefully you're protected and doing well out in your area. I still don't know how far the fires have gone. I don't even know if they're still raging at this point, but when I see somebody in California hop on, it just automatically reminds me. Miss Ward, cool. I see that you said you just joined the community. Did I get a notification? I'm talking straight through my note. I sure did. Miss Shamika, I got you. Let's see. You're in Florida. You're in. Miss Lakeisha, got you. Connecticut, you are in. Gotcha. I got both y'all. So hopefully that answers your question as well, Miss Mumby, about a list for courier. Go check out Judy. Again, I know there's other ones out there, but I have not taken massive amounts of apostille trainings like I did for notary and like loan signing assistant with real estate transactions. I just did not find the need to take a ton of apostille training because when I got it, I got it. That's all it was. I got it. I didn't feel like I needed to do a ton more because even if you do, you still got to do a lot of research on your own. And I'm good at the research part. Cool. Okay, awesome. I'm Lakeisha from Connecticut. Got you. Oh, okay. Activating and holding. I kind of assumed it because of the company name and the name that you have on here. I assumed that was you, but I definitely got you in. Miss Lakeisha, got you in. Hey, friend, fires are getting more contained. That's good. That is so good. Y'all, my thoughts are with you. I'm sending, I don't know what it is, prayers, hope, wishes, whatever. I'm sending all the good vibes your way. Whatever y'all want to accept, I'm sending it. I'm sending all the good vibes out there to my California notary buddies. The South, look, we're thawing out. We're supposed to be getting another freak snowstorm either Tuesday or Wednesday here in Georgia. We'll see. Just be another day when everybody's on the road and I can go out and drive like I want to. What about for witnesses as well? Ms. Mumby, you're asking a question as if there's a network for witnesses. The exact same thing. I don't know of let me rephrase that. A lot of trainers out there say that they have a witness pool network, but you got to pay for their course first to get into it and all that kind of stuff. I don't know if there's like a platform specifically just for witnesses, but I do the exact same thing. I reach out to my notary buddies, say, hey, I need a witness, or, someone will reach out to me and say, hey, do you know somebody in XYZ city, state, or whatever? And I just look it up. That's why I created my community, right? That can be a part of my community. So I do ask you guys when you go and join the community that you fill out your profile with the state that you're in and the areas that you cover, whether that's going to be counties, cities, or zip codes, because I can do a quick search like that and then I can refer people, right? So yeah, I find in the very beginning, I either networked with my notary buddies or I joined state-specific Facebook groups, and people are always asking for witnesses in there, always. So yeah, I don't think anyone has officially done a platform purely for witnesses. But a lot of platforms, if you are on as a notary, let's take signing order, for example, SnapDocs, signingagent.com, what are the other ones? I can't think of. I want to say Notary Rotary, but I don't know if they truly have a list. But there's all these other platforms that you can join as a notary. And some of them do have a little tick mark that say you are available to be a witness as well. That's the closest I think there is. And so people do go on there and look for witnesses. Attorneys, I know, go on there and look for witnesses. So hopefully that definitely does help you out. Gotcha, Miss Lakeisha. Excuse me for my ignorance, but hold on. That question just zoomed by. Miss Ward asked, but with this community, is there a separate app that it will be on? Yes, Miss Ward, there is. So it's two options. You can just do it like, what do you call it? Computer-based, browser-based, right? So if you're on your computer or your phone, you can always just go to the website and you can be there. And that the website that I'm using does also have an app. So yeah, it is completely separate than Facebook, TikTok, and all that. I know it's another dang on app that we got to remember to log into and check and all that stuff. But again, I have far more control over there. Because look, I started my closed Facebook group just for my Georgia notary buddies. Then I started letting other notaries in there outside of Georgia. And I kid you not, I've shared at this point at least 2 or 3 mini courses in that group. I mean, I shared more, but recently I shared like two or three, and Facebook for whatever reason pulls it down, and I get a warning saying that the group admin has removed my post. I'm like, I am the damn admin, right? So I'm just tired of it. So this way I can control everything. If I post a course, it's gonna be there, right? And so it's just tied into my CRM system actually, and so I control it all. So if I record a course, I put it in my whole little database, and all I have to do is just click a button, and it goes out to all of you guys. So I just like that control. Don't ask me what the website name is or the app. The app name is Go Collab. But if you join the community, I have some introduction videos that explain all of it for you. But the website is something specifically branded to me, and it is long. It is way too long. So I don't know how to fix that. Thank you. Thankfully, I'm still distance. Okay, good, Michael. Good, good, good. You're still safe, and all my other notary buddies out there in California, wishing you guys stay safe as well. It's word. Oh no, that's yep. No complaints. Got it. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Yes, thank you, thank you. You're welcome. All right, so now let's dive into it. I appreciate. Oh, I turned Facebook off. Whoops. Let me see if y'all got something over there. Lisa says signature closers for something. Lisa on Facebook says signature closers. That was about 2 minutes ago. Are we talking about oh, platforms, right? I think we're talking about signing platforms. Thank you. Another question. What are your thoughts and advice on changing your address on Google Business Profile? Look, if you look up my witnesses. Okay, so if y'all want like a witness platform, go look at Signature Closer. Lisa and I are both out here in Georgia, and I do believe I've gotten stuff from them, requests from them as well. So Lisa asks, what are my thoughts, advice on changing your address on Google Business Profile? I do it all the time. I do it too many times. I turn my address on, I turn my address off, I do a service area. If they allow me, I sneak my address in over at like, we're not supposed to, so don't take this advice. I will switch my address over to my UPS mailbox from time to time. The only issue is sometimes, well, first of all, that's not allowed. And they will eventually catch me, right? And so they'll pull me down and I'll just turn it off, right? But is there a specific reason you're changing your address? Like I said, I turn mine on and off because sometimes I will have my personal address. I've always had my personal address on my Google Business Profile, but just because I've moved recently and there's no way for me to do business at this location because I am in a studio apartment, there's just absolutely no way for me to do business here, right? So I have turned my address off, but sometimes I will turn it on. And look, Google tells us that service-based businesses don't get less rankings than ones with actual physical addresses. It's a lie. It's a lie. I test it all the time. That's why I'm like right now on my Google Business Profile, I did tell you guys, if you look at it, it's a little bit dried out. I'm testing something right now. I turned my address off and I stopped posting for a little bit, and my phone calls have gone down to like one a week. Like they're almost non-existent. And then I will do one thing at a time, and that one thing is going to be turning an address back on where it shows my physical home address, but I still don't meet people here, right? Calls start ringing off, my phone starts ringing nonstop. So I don't know why they lie to us and say that having a physical location does not have more weight than a service-based business, like a service area business. It's not true in my research. I'm always testing. So Lisa said, move into a different county. Yep, that's the thing. If you do move to a different, you leaving me, Lise? You better not be. This is a hypothetical question, right? You better not be leaving me, unless you're just going to the county right next door to us. That's acceptable, because I know we're not far from the county lines. So if you do move to a different county and changing your address, I mean, it is what it is. I would do it, right? You just have to start rebuilding your branding. That's what happened when I moved. I literally moved, still in the same county. I just moved over to the next city, only like 15 minutes away from my last house, and my rankings plummeted. I had to do all the tips and tricks that I teach you guys about or share with you guys to get my business ranking up high again. And as soon as I did, I changed a few things, and now I'm back down again, right? So yeah, that's the only thing. You're just gonna have to hit your Google business profile marketing real hard for like the next 30, 60 days to get back up there, right? It's so crazy how those tiny little things, like those tiny little moves and shifts completely knock you down. Because again, remember this, Google business profile is also, especially if somebody's on a mobile device, right? A mobile device. This is my phone case, y'all. It is geo based, right? It's geolocation based. So if I'm literally outside and I search like outside my house and I search notary near me, of course I'm gonna come up because I am in close proximity. But if I go 3, 4, 5 blocks away, I might come up as number 2 because there's another notary that's a lot closer, right? And obviously, if we optimize our profile, that definitely helps us like eke out a little bit higher. But that's how it works. So of course, moving to a different county, you might, the crazy thing about it, you might still rank over here where we are, right? But if you look up where you are, or if you were to move, you're gonna be way low on the list. I still rank in the top 3 in Lawrenceville. I'm not even over there. I still rank in the top 3. But like I said, go 2 blocks away from me, I'm probably number 6 because for whatever reason, I'm still not strong enough to rank. I'm still not ranking strong enough. I know English in my new area. So hopefully that definitely helps. Actually closer. I'm in the fourth side. Oh, okay. See, look, we were right on that border, so I didn't know that you were on the other side. Well, welcome to the same county, Lise. I like you being over here, right? So yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's knock everybody off, and me and you be number 2 and 3. I want to say 1, but UPS got this area on a chokehold. UPS always coming up number 1. They drive me crazy. So let me and you be in the top 3 and knock everybody else off. Sorry for everyone else in our area. If you get your stuff together right, then you don't have to worry about it. Hey, Miss Candy from California, how's it going? Are you safe out there? I'm assuming that things are okay. You're on live. You're on TikTok, Miss Candy. So are you safe? Are you safe enough from the fire, the smoke, the hazards, all the stuff? All right. So now that we did that, I think I got through questions. Let me go ahead and talk about a few things. Dang it, I forgot who asked, but just real quick. Someone asked about what I was talking about for marketing at Q1. I'm targeting I-9s, right? That's employment verifications, new hire verifications, rehire verifications, all that kind of stuff. That's what I'm targeting for Q1. Also, a few other things within that, I'm looking at business entities that do need to reestablish, like get their entities reinstated, pardon me. So I'm marketing for that for Q1. Also, Lisa brought up yesterday, companies that need to renew their certification for DBE. That's disadvantaged business enterprise. DBE, disadvantaged business enterprise. They also have to renew their certifications around this time. So that's what I'm marketing for. We had a whole list yesterday. Did I write it over here? Look, I wrote notes everywhere. I got like 5 pieces of paper. But those are ones I'm targeting. Also, what are they called? It's not refis. What do you do when you just throw? I mean, a refi is essentially the same thing, but it's the y'all. What are they called? Help me out. Just look at my journal again. So it's not a refi. Loan mods. That's what they are. Loan modifications. So loan modifications, deed correction, business documents. I'm just looking at my notary journal at Q1 of last year and seeing everything I was doing. And so those are the specific things I will be marketing for again. So yeah, power of attorneys, those are always standard. Financial aid for school docs, that's what I was another thing I was saying, because the college, the semester is getting ready to start again if it hasn't already. And so some of those documents do need to be notarized. And I forget that I do some of those every year and I forget to mark it for them. So that's what I was going to be talking about. Tommy says HELOC. So yep, so those are the kind of things that I'm going after. Miss Candy said, yes, she's safe. I'm glad. I am so glad that you are. Michael says, what's crazy is he's outranked by notaries with less reviews and less activity in his neighborhood. I know, right? Google I don't know what they be doing. But look, I'm still trying to figure it out. We say something, we learn something, we teach it, and then all of a sudden they throw a little wrench in it, right? Or it's something that only accounts for 15%. They're like, oh, now this is 35%, worth of your ranking, and then it just shifts, right? It just shifts stuff. But we gonna figure it out. We are gonna figure it out. Hey, Miss Angela out in Tennessee. How is it going? Yep, Lisa got me loan mods. So that's another thing to mark it for. But here we go. Let's talk about some of the stuff I want to talk about tonight before we run out of time. Oh, we're good. We're only at the 30-minute mark at this point. Facebook, you're probably been running longer because I had to test you guys out for like 5-10 minutes before I started everybody else. So this is what I want to talk about. We always talk about marketing. I will hold this one for last, but it's going to be emotional, like connecting emotionally with your marketing. I'm going to put a star by this one to come back to it last because I always like to end on marketing. This is another thing I've been hearing a lot of, and I'm going to give you guys my take on it. The oversaturation. Notary is overly saturated, right? Becoming a mobile notary is overly saturated in my area, yah, blah, 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 yah, right? All that kind of stuff. Look, if you're in a town of 1,500 people, let's call it 2,000 people. If you're in a town of 2,000 people and there's 5 notaries, maybe you're oversaturated. Maybe you're oversaturated. But look, there is a crap ton of notaries out here in Gwinnett County. Let me do a quick search. I can't, it's not taking me too long to see how many are here. Gwinnett County population. I'm just doing this real quick. So the county that I live in, we're one of the mini metros of Atlanta. And with all the new building going on, all this stuff, we are right under 1 million people just in the county that I live in. Y'all remember, Georgia has 159 counties. We got a lot of them, right? So for me to be out here in Gwinnett County screaming that it is oversaturated with notaries, I just don't believe that to be true. I really don't. I really don't. Like I said, unless I'm in a small town and there's like 5 of us and there's only 2,000 people that live in that town, maybe. And I know there's some people, some of my notary buddies, that is your situation, right? But look, out here where I am, y'all can do this for your own county. Go Google it, see what the population says. And if, I don't even know, I should have looked up, see how many notaries are commissioned in Gwinnett County, but I'm pretty sure it's probably less than 10%. On a good day, maybe 15. That's still a really low number. And we're right under 1 million. And looks like we're going to be, going up even more because of all the new stuff. I'm just looking at the stats right now. We're going to get up to like 1.5 at some point estimated within the next 18 months. That's a lot. But whatever. I was going to open my calculator to do that math. Let's do, how many zeros should I have? 1 more 0, that's 1 million. I think I'm doing this right. 10% of that, there's 100,000. I do not believe there's 100,000 notaries in Gwinnett County. So I lied. I don't even know how to do math. I guarantee you, we do not have 100,000 notaries in Gwinnett County. I doubt it. I highly doubt it. I'm always looking at the clerk's office website, and if we do got 100,000, ain't none of them answer they dang on phones. Lisa, please hurry up and move over to Gwinnett County, because I know you answer your phone. I'm messing with you. How do I know? Because I look for notaries, and I go to the Gwinnett County clerk's office, the website, and I just start calling. Nobody answered their dang on phone. So yeah, we have less, I guarantee there's far less than 10% of notaries here. So my market is not overly saturated. I know there's a lot of you guys out there that have bigger markets, smaller markets, whatever it is. Just look at it objectively, because look, if your friend, a really good friend of yours, decided to go to, I don't know the official name, but if they decide to become a hairstylist, right? Whatever school you go to become a hairstylist, are you literally gonna tell your friend that the market is oversaturated and stop them from becoming a hairstylist? That sounds like lunacy. Like, why would you do that, right? That's a big word for me, y'all. Lunacy. So, like, why do we listen to people and why do we say that in this notary space? I think the reason why we say that is because we don't know how to market, right? We don't know what a term that I'm starting to dislike because it's being bastardized and used so much. We don't know what our unique selling proposition is, right? We don't know what we truly offer in the market. That's when people start screaming, oh, it's oversaturated. I live in the metros of Atlanta. There, you cannot swing a dead cat without hitting a hair salon. What kind of hair salons do we have here, gamer? We're always laughing at Dominican. There's like 5,000 Dominican hair salons in like 1 mile. It's a lot of them. But yet they're still opening new ones every day and they still in business. I guarantee there's far more Dominican hair salons in Gwinnett County than there are notaries. And nobody telling them not to open a business, or no one's telling them not to go work in that field, right? So people just need to stop doing that. That's my high horse about oversaturation. I've been in other businesses where I felt that it was overly saturated, right? And I was wrong. I just was not good enough to outperform every I was not good enough to outperform everybody else that was in the market. And this is the thing. I attract different customers than Miss Porter will, right? I attract completely different customers than Lisa will, and vice versa. They have a different style of communicating than I do. So people will like, there's a million people in Gwinnett County. I obviously I know not all of them need something to be notarized. I know that. I get that. I'm not dumb, right? But there's a million different personalities that we can interact with. We don't need a million. We don't. Let's just say, I know every state got a different numbers and all that kind of stuff. Let me just say that if I had a goal of just bringing in, well, I'll do it, two grand, five grand a month in my county, because it's rare now that I go outside of my county to make my money, right? It's rare. As I say that as I was outside of the county yesterday, but that was rare. But it's rare that I'm leaving outside of my county. Maybe I go to the next county over because I'm 10 minutes from the border. So I will do that, right? I'm just fine tuning my business. But out of those million people, if I want to hit, let's just throw a random number out there, 5 grand, 5 grand, and I'm charging on average on the low end, $45, only need 110 of them. 110, let's round it up, 112. Only need 112 bare minimum to make my 5 grand a month. There's a million people for me to go and talk to. So that's my high horse on oversaturation. So y'all, please don't let that discourage you. That's why I'm bringing it up. Because right now, a lot of new notaries are going to be entering this space, especially in Q1, because for whatever reason, there's a lot of notaries that joined during this time of year. I was one, right? So, you know, there are a lot of people going to be coming in. So don't get overly down on it when you start and things don't work. Y'all, I've been doing this. I've been testing things out, right? I've been changing things up, but I've been hitting these streets, notary streets, for 3 years total at this point in Georgia, but like 2 years seriously, and I still haven't figured it out. So please don't start and then quit 30 days later because you haven't figured it out. Or for my Georgia notary buddies, if you started because you want to do loan signing and then you got a rude awakening that you can't do loan signings here in Georgia and all the training, the $700 training you pay for, yes, I'm seeing the stories. I'm seeing the stories in the Facebook groups, right? You felt like you just wasted $300 to $700 depending on the training that you got because your heart was set on becoming a loan signing agent. Don't let that discourage you. Hang out with me. I got you. I will show you whatever I know so you will know. And then you can decide if it's worth your time. So yeah, let me just see. Tommy, how is West Virginia out there? You're the only person I think I know in West Virginia. I know quite a few people in regular Virginia, but you're the only one I know, I believe that I know in West Virginia. But in West Virginia, everyone and their brother, sister, brother, cousin, third ex-wife are notaries. Look, Tommy brings up a point. I know that his market may be a little bit smaller, right? I believe his market may be a little bit smaller. Look, Tommy, if everybody in that area and their moms, their cousin, their third wife, and their third wife's dog are notaries as well, this is what I would do. One, I would always outperform them. That's just a given for how I operate. But all of them are notaries. Are they marketing? If they are, do they have Google business profiles? If they do, are they maintaining them? If they're not, request to take them over. Brand yourself. I have tried Sadly, I've been turned down. When I see notary profiles that are out there that's just like clogging up the space and I'm not getting the marketing out that I need to, because that's another thing on Google. There's a report I can show y'all in the future in the community or something, how to pull a report that just shows like all the notary profiles listed on Google and they're dead. They're not doing anything. They haven't been active for years, but they're still outranking me for whatever reason. They're getting in my way. I can report them and say, hey, there's no activity on here. Google can pull them down. I don't particularly like to do that because what if that person's just not into the internet, but their business is still active, right? I don't know how, but I guess that's a thing. But there is a thing where you can reach out to them and say, hey, can I claim your profile? Can I take it over? Right. And that's one thing I've tried to do before. And I start using their ranking and their branding, which means I have to do a company name change. It may not be worth it for you. But then now I get to rank in all these spots that I am pulling from all these inactive notaries. See what I'm saying? Like around the city, around the state, all the phone calls get routed to me. This is what I would do. Remember, I did not do this. This is what I would do. All those phone calls get routed to me. And if it's too far, I would throw that person a bone. I'm like, hey, I know you're not really being active right now. And the marketing you're doing is subpar and you're just clogging up the feed. So let me route everything. You ain't getting nothing anyway, right? And if something happens to come up, let me throw you a bone. That's what I would do. That would be my solution to it if I am in a truly overly saturated market. Because if you're in a small location and it is oversaturated, start. I mean, if you look at it from a corporate perspective, it's mergers. Start merging. That's what I would do. And if they don't want to, if that's a no-go, then I don't know. Try something else. But I would go for the merger strategy. I really would. I really would. People ain't talking about this kind of stuff, y'all. That was a higher level tactic, but people in this notary space are not talking about that kind of stuff. I'd be quick if I can buy somebody's notary business for a decent price. I ain't trying to spend a grip on nobody else's business. But if it was an option, I would buy them. I would buy them. One of the notary buddies that I want to do that with, she moved to Florida. She didn't know she was gonna do her business. She actually transferred her name and all that kind of. I was just buy everything. I was gonna buy everything from her. She transferred it to her in Florida, and then she ended up moving back to Georgia. So that's why it didn't work out for me. But I was about to do an acquisition merger strategy because she was like 45, 50 minutes away from me, and I was about to cover like that 45, 50-minute gap between my service area and hers. I was about to crush it. And all I was about to do was buy her Google business profile from her. That was it. Someone who manages to convince ourselves that, dang it, all the messages just jumped by. Yep, Miss Porter, a million Dominican salons in this over here where we are. There's a Dominican salon for every head where we are. Sometimes we manage to convince ourselves that we can be successful. Absolutely, Miss Angela. Yep. Miss Myra, you asked about Ron. Or you just put or Ron. Maybe I missed the first part. Oh, there it is. Just because people are notaries does not mean that they are working. Absolutely. And you know what? Just because there are notaries on the list, they may be work notaries, right? Because that's another thing. When I'm going through the clerk's office and I'm looking at the list of notaries, I can kind of tell by the email address that they use, or I do my research. I try to Google them. I spend way too much time, but I will look them up, right? And a lot of times the work notaries are using a work email address. And so as soon as I see Mary J at Impossible Mechanical Solutions or something like that, I know I doubt that her company, mobile notary company's name is going to be Impossible Mechanical Solutions, right? So I do some quick research. I'm like, oh, that's a company, that's a work notary. It's next, right? So we have to think of that as well. As Myra said, or Ron, sure. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. You can try Ron, I think that's what she's saying. Do not pay for training. Notary and nuptials saying do not pay for training. Look, I believe that there is a place for training. I just bit my tongue. That means I'm lying. I'm joking. I believe there really is a place for training. As y'all know, I don't sell you nothing on here. Anytime you join me, anytime you come to my community or you joining me live, I ain't got nothing to sell you. If there happens to be something that is attached to a price, it's because it's from somebody else. And they just asked me to link arms with them on that one thing. And anytime I put my name on something and I recommend it to you guys, you better believe y'all getting a discount. I push for 50%. Sometimes they push back because I try this with everybody. Sometimes they give it to me. Sometimes they're like, how about 30? I'm like, that's better than zero. So and that's the only time y'all gonna see me pushing a dollar sign. And I don't push it. I'll mention like once or twice. But yes, there is a place for training, right? But be careful. I say this all the time. There's a lot of notaries out here that all they're doing is making money off training, right? They gave up on the notary business because it's not as lucrative as they want you to believe. But you know what is lucrative for a short time? Notaries wanting training. That's why Y'all, I debate about this all the time. I was just going back and watching some of the stuff, like editing some of the courses I was about to get ready to release to you guys in my free Notary Buddy community. And I was like, dang, this is some good stuff. Like, I'm comparing it to what's out there because I've taken a lot of training. And I was like, other people would charge 97, 197, 297 for this. And I'm dropping it for free. And sometimes I'm not gonna lie, I battle with that. But I'm like, you know what? I made a commitment to myself and to you guys that I am not making money off my notary buddies. I need to make money in the thing that I'm doing. I know that online space and online education is a big thing, right? I know it. I know that I can make money off of it. But I have goals. If I switch and do that, it's gonna deter my message one is gonna change because I'm gonna try to be having y'all gonna be trying to buy shit from me all the time, right? That's all I'm gonna talk about. Buy my stuff, and I know y'all seen it. People used to give amazing value, and now all they say, every third word out of their mouth is buy my stuff. I'm not built that way, right? I have other businesses that I participate in where I sell stuff. That's where I sell my stuff. And look, don't try to come buy nothing else from me because this is all about notary. So I ain't trying to sell you nothing else. But anyway, there's a place for training. Take the appropriate training. Make sure you jive with that person. Make sure that that person is someone that you're okay and that you trust. That's what I gotta say. You gotta make sure you trust them because people will sell you something and disappear. I cannot tell you how many people I bought training from, notary stuff. I don't hear from them. I will still go and support their stuff. I still go in their Facebook groups. I still show up on their lives. Won't even acknowledge me because I'm just one of a number. Y'all know I try to call y'all by name. I try to build relationships and I ain't got nothing to sell you. Oh, I think my internet just went out. What happened? Oh no, we're still good. We still good. My whole, like everything just went blank for a second except for TikTok. But anyway, let me get off that high horse. Yes, I'm thinking of redirecting my niche to apostilles and GNW instead of loan signings. Miss Porter, look, I didn't been made that jump. For us here in Georgia, I made that jump a while back. I will do assisting with real estate transactions, right? Because you know, in Georgia, we don't do loan signings, but it's very few. It's very far in between, and it's for people that I already have a really good relationship with. They call me directly. Even signing services on signing order. They will call me or text me. Sometime they email me, and I'm like, look, I don't check that all the time. They will call, text, or email me directly saying, hey, we have this. Can you take care of it? I've said this before. And I say, yes, this is something I can do because I like our relationship, right? I will tell them, yes, I got you. And they'll say, okay, cool. I'm going to send it through the platform, which I'm fine with. They got to pay for it, not me. They pay me my fair rate, even though we're going through the platform, and also just makes it easier for me to upload all the documents back there as well. Because if I send it via email, I always try to lock them. Then I got to tell them in a separate email or text them or call them and tell them what the password is, just because I don't play with security when it comes to documents, right? So it makes it so much easier if they still opt to do that. And yes, I do have multiple, if you want to call them direct clients that do that with me, even though we go through the platform, right? So if that makes sense. So yeah. So I've been made that jump, Miss Porter. Tommy, what we got going on? Many of the people here are notaries and don't do it for business. Gotcha. See, they be messing up the market, right? They be messing up the market, even doing it for free, which we can. Legally, we can do it for free. We don't have to charge for our notary seal because we are public officers, right? But at the same time, the ones that do charge and they be driving 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes away and they charge $2. I'm like, what you doing? What are you doing? At least charge mileage, right? But yeah, I get you, Tommy. They be messing things up. That's why I route all the calls to you, and then you can dish it out. You say Even if your market can't, whatever, you gotta do what your market can bear. Like, hey, yep, this appointment is no longer $2, $5. I don't know what y'all can charge in West Virginia. It's now 25. I'm just throwing random numbers out there. And Notary Angela is going to be the one meeting you. Take care of it. Become a faux signing service, right? I'm not saying become a signing service. There's way too much to do, but just become a faux one. You can still farm jobs out. That's why I'm saying take over their stuff. Think outside the box. There are many, many things notaries can do. Just gotta think outside the box. Absolutely, Miss Angela. Absolutely. Michael says, yep, I believe oversaturation at first, but that's when I took the notary work to a different avenue. Absolutely. See, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. Of course, apostilles is hot right now. Estate planning is hot right now. We got like, it's still not too late to get into it, y'all. It's still not too late to get involved in these things because quote unquote, by everybody else's standards, is not overly saturated yet. It takes years for something like this to happen, right? It takes years. Look, we all heard about it during 2020. I didn't hear about it until 2021, 2022, but we hear so many stories of people that have been doing notary as a business since 2009, since 2010, since 2013. It's been around. We just barely learned about it. And so it just took all that time for so many people to enter it. That's why I'm like, we ain't nearly overly saturated. Nearly. Yep. When you're the best at what you do, the work will show. Yep. All need your service, Michael. I agree with that. When you're good, you are good. People gonna find you. Oh, I forget. Let me swipe over. That way the questions and comments are way larger. I can read it without squinting. Yep, gotcha, Tommy, gotcha, Michael. I'm not doing any, who is this? Notary and nuptials. I'm not doing any signings right now, but I had a request for 250 today. I'm out of paper and ink. Sis, where you at? Notary and nuptials. I don't know if it's still available or whatever it is. Look, you better get you a notary buddy that got a printer and got some ink and toss them $20 to print them docs for you, right? If it's a loan signing type of deal, I think that's what you're saying. I will go make sure somebody you trust, because you got to go in their house. Like, hey, can I use your computer? Log into your stuff, print it out, give them $20 for letting you print, and go make your at that point what you got 230 left. Go get your 230. I ain't never letting that kind of stuff stop me. And look, if I got a notary buddy that's nearby and they want to come print out their stuff, I already told you how my living situation is. You can't become hanging out with me in my house. But I will gladly print it for you. I will gladly look. I will let you connect to my Wi-Fi, print it from your phone, and I'll hand it to you through the window. I go make your money. Look, don't ever not make that money. Or partner with the competition. They can't notarize it all. Exactly. Ms. Angela, that's another thing. I'm glad you brought that up so I can, merge that into a nicer thing instead of to like take over their business, right? Partner. One thing that I was taught was, because how people always say we're like the competition, there's a phrase out there called core-opetition. I think that's how you say it, but it's when it's your competition, quote unquote, but you cooperate together, right? You cooperate and you build a business together. So look that up, cooperation. I think that's how you say it. And it is actually a phrase and it's a practice that people do. For me, that's exactly what I do. I don't specifically use the word partner, but that's what I do with all my notary buddies. If I get something I can't handle, I'm calling somebody else. I don't even take a cut off the top. I keep saying that I keep being told that I should. I just don't, because I'm like, look, I need you to go serve this client, take care of it, you make your money, right? Because I'm gonna make mine. And also, we can get a pool of people together. This is the other thought that I had. Instead of doing the merger thing, I thought about this a long time ago when I had my office. When I first opened my office, so I have a few notary buddies around the state that have offices that don't use them, right? They just have it for whatever reason, or it was a really good deal and they physically have an office. They don't use them. I was like, are you marketing? The answer is not really. I'm like, well, can we let me pay for all the marketing. This is when I was paying for marketing. Let me co-brand myself at your location, like your company name partnered with my company name, so I can do all the marketing, and whatever the marketing costs, we'll break it out together. Y'all don't have to pay for marketing. That's not what I'm telling you to do. You can do it for free as well. Let me take the whole pay aspect away. Let's talk about free only. Let me run your Google business profile. Let's put my phone number on it. It's still your business, but there'll be something on there partnered with me. Because when they call, obviously I'm an answer. And if it's, let's just say somebody's in Lithonia, Georgia, right? Let's say have somebody in Miss Porter. I know you're in Tucker, Georgia. Let's say somebody else is in, shoot, I'm missing all these names. Berkeley Lake, Georgia. I'm trying to think of all the places that, I mean, they kind of are far. But like, let's say we have these notaries that don't run their business profile correctly. I'm still going to help brand them, market their stuff because I know how to do that. But the phone number is going to be tied to me, right? And every phone call that comes through, I answer it. I take care of it because I know I answer my phone. And I was like, hey, oh, you need a notary in Tucker? You know what? My business partner over there, you called, whatever, AJ or Miss Porter notary services. Yep, I am a partner of hers. I answer the phone. That's why you probably heard me say a different company name. But you know what? I will get you on the schedule. Let me go ahead and confirm with Miss Porter that she's going to meet you over there, right? That helps all of us. If you want to take a cut, you can. That's something I wanted to do in the very beginning, but surprisingly, I reached out to like 6 notaries and nobody in my area wanted to do it because we were all worried about branding ourselves. That was it. People in Georgia can do Ron either. I'm assuming Myra is saying cannot. Oh yeah, okay, she corrected it. We cannot do Ron. Thank you for the badge, the gift, Myra. And you are appreciated. I appreciate you. Appreciate me. Miss Candy said, "Wow." Hopefully I said something good that was a good wow and not a bad wow. Miss Porter's laughing at me. Apostilles here in Virginia or West Virginia are rare. I know in regular Virginia they're pretty they're quite happens quite a lot. I have done 3 for the same client. Tommy, are you marketing outside of your market? Like literally market. See, I'm trying not to get too deep into apostilles, but for any of us, market your services outside of your market. Notary is a little bit difficult, right? If you're not able to do RON, remote online notarization, then maybe don't market notary outside of your market too far. But especially if you're doing apostilles and you can perform RON like without having all the baggage tied to you. So I know some states are like, yeah, you can do online notarization, but the person must be inside of the state as well. So make sure y'all ain't breaking laws. A lot of the states that I have seen that with, they're actually loosening those restrictions, and some of them have already gone away with it at the top of this year. But if you can do stuff like that, market outside of your county or market outside of your state. Because then it's like, well, let me talk about it real quick. Then people are like, why? If I'm in West Virginia and I'm marketing to, let's just say Alabama, right? For apostilles, probably pick somewhere that's a little bit more lucrative. Try to look near where there's a lot of international business. Look where there's a lot of military bases, right? There's a lot of colleges. And when there's places that do a lot of foreign exchange programs, like market in places that attract that type of clientele or that potential client. I'm losing words over here. It must be getting late. So market to them, market to people in that niche. But it's like, okay, I'm in West Virginia. Why would I market to somebody in Alabama? Guess what? Somebody in Alabama can be searching for someone to do a apostille. There can be a ton of people in Alabama that do it. You come up because your Google Business profile, whatever you're doing, you reached out to a few colleges over there and you're on a referral list. They will call you. Granted, yes, they may need something done in Alabama. Guess what? All I gotta do is just send you the documents if you want to even go that route. Send you the documents. You make sure if it does not need to be notarized. I don't know if West Virginia can do RON or not, right? I'm just making an assumption. If you can do RON out there, if you're not West Virginia and you can do RON and it needs to be notarized, if you notarize it, then it goes to your state secretary of state. You can still do that apostille for it, right? But there's certain rules and things you got to follow. We're about to get into that right now, especially around education documents. But they can just need a power of attorney that's already been notarized apostille. They call you in West Virginia. You say, okay, perfect, I can help you. Can you please send me a copy of the document? Like just email me the documents, take a picture of it, because you want to check that it's already been properly notarized. Once it's been properly notarized, guess what? You can either send them a label and have them mail the documents to you, which I don't know why, but if you want to do that, you can. Either way works. And then you mail it to the Secretary of State wherever the documents were notarized in. Let's say it was notarized in Georgia, but they were in Alabama because we're so close. Like they just hopped over to the border, got the documents done, met with family, got it notarized, and they went back to Alabama, right? You get them to send you the documents, you send them to Georgia Secretary of State, get them apostille, send them back to you, send them to a client, right? That's one way to do it. That's how people market for these services across the nation. And if you don't want to send it to the Secretary of State directly, obviously I'm in Georgia. Give me a call. I'll run it down there to you, and I'll verify that it's correct, and I'll just send it directly to your client. That way you can get a little bit of business. It will cost you more because you got to pay a third party, right? You got to pay for all the extra shipping and stuff. But sorry, that was really long. So hopefully that helps somebody. I need a water break. Give me 32 seconds. Go ahead and fill up the chat with questions. And as I do this, y'all know I'm letting people in the community. Let's see. Okay, I got all y'all. We good. Let's see. Correct. We are facilitators, not loan signers. Yep, you got it. You got it, Miss Porter. Mum B. Yep, I am one of them now. It online 2013. I think we were talking about, somebody that's been in the industry for a while. So are you saying, Miss Mumby, that you've been in the industry since 2013, or are you talking about something else, another business we were talking about? What's up, Sweet Pea? How's it going? How is it going? Mumby sounds great. I appreciate the hearts and the badges, y'all. Hey, Miss Mona. Mona, look, go ahead and just put me in a chokehold because I still ain't got what I was told I was going to get to you. I was supposed to do it this weekend. I sat down, and that's the thing. Miss Mona, remind me of your business name again. I couldn't find it in my notes. That's why I haven't got back to you. Oh my God. So go ahead and send me a message directly. I believe you're already in the community. Go ahead and post it in there. You can set it on here. I'll make sure I write it down on a sticky note and stick it to my computer because I still owe you a Google Business Profile review. Sounds like an awesome idea. I would have loved to have done it. Miss Sweet Pea, oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, if I'm maybe thinking about doing it again, then I'll open it up to a few people. But it's one of those things where we just work together. And if I did that, of course, I'm gonna, get a little compensation from it. But look, I ain't out here to make money off everybody else. So if you get an appointment, and I know that, let's just say, because I have to use my market for an example, standard notarization is 40, 45 bucks, somewhere around there. I'm gonna say, hey, just throw me $5 from each appointment. I ain't gonna say we gonna split it 50-50 when I did take the call, right? I did schedule it, but who got to get in? Who got to leave their house? Who got to put on pants? And I apologize if some of y'all think this crass, but my lady friends always say it. Who got to put on a bra and go notarize? Obviously, it ain't me, right? It's gonna be you. So of course, I'm gonna let you take the majority of it. That's the opposite of what I don't understand what some signing services do, but whatever. We're not even about to go in there. Sounds like an awesome idea. Got it. I had this. Got it. Miss Candy says good. We can. Oh, Tommy, you can do wrong. Then look, you better be marketing them apostilles outside of your state. Whatever you do, please market them outside of your state. If you can notarize stuff, first of all, let me say this, 'cause I always have to catch myself before I misspeak. Can your Secretary of State, Tommy, accept remote online notarizations for the apostille process? Because some of them don't. I know a lot of them are catching up and saying yes, they do. But if they can, then bruh, that's your marketing right there. Leave the West Virginia notary squabbles and fights to them. And apostilles, like, leave them. You said you only did 3 from one client. Let's go to Virginia. Virginia has a ton. Start marketing in Virginia. And if it needs to be notarized, you remotely online notarize that bad boy and take it to your Secretary of State, right? Doesn't matter if they're in Virginia or not. Take it to your Secretary of State, because at that point, you become the authorized person. What's the word? I always say the word in my trainings, but now I forgot the word. You are the official that signed it. I know I'm not supposed to be getting into apostilles, but y'all remember this real quick. Last side note on apostilles, and I'm gonna drop it. When you're doing an apostille, if it's not like a technically, it doesn't matter what level it is, like what kind of, even if it's a federal document. When they're doing apostilles, all they're doing is officiating they're certifying, not officiating, they're certifying the signature of the official that signed it. So if it's a federal official, that makes it a federal document. If it's a state official, aka a notary, that makes it a notary state document, right? If I sign and notarize a document in the state of Georgia and the person lives in Alabama, they cannot get an apostille in Alabama because I am not an official in Alabama. They got to send that document to Georgia to get it certified, authenticated. So that's why I was telling Tommy that. He probably already knows that because he's a pretty smart guy. But for everybody else out there, right? Try community centers where the population are, oh, dang it, where'd he go? Population of folks predominantly from other countries. Ooh, that's a good idea. That is really true. Miss Angela, that reminds me. Look, that's so good. I got to write it down. I have a client that I did some documents for, real estate documents. Well, actually, no, it wasn't even real estate document. It was an inspection. Y'all look, use these field inspections to grow your business. I was verifying because her company was trying to get a credit card processing machine, and I believe it's Metro Inspections that I got it from. Metro or somebody in that same realm. They always send me out to do credit. Like if a company's trying to get credit card processors, I have to go out and inspect their store, take pictures. I got to ask them questions, right? And so of course, a lot of times, these people that I'm going to, these clients, they belong to a different community, right? They have their communities where they're from other countries. Let's say it that way, right? And there's one, like I said, I got to write this down. One lady that I met with who is, I want to say Russian, and she like runs like one of the largest Russian communities out here in Gwinnett County, and she does a lot of. Is it Russian? I think that's wrong. But anyway, she is like very big member in that community because when I'm doing all this stuff, I verify her identity, I verify the organizations that she's with, and I need to remember to market to that community. I'm like, hey, remember me? I help you get your credit card processing for your business. Y'all got any apostilles that need to be done? Y'all got any notarizations that need to be done? Because it takes one. When there's tight-knit communities, it takes one to mention you, then everybody gonna use you. That's how it works. But that's a really good idea. Let me finish writing it down. Community centers. Okay, perfect. See, look, I take notes too. I'm sorry, who do you market to if you went over that real quick? I was trying to write some notes. Miss Lumby asked me again specifically because, yes, I did loan signings. I'm just trying to change up and do something different. Market to for what exactly? Remind me, because I say it a lot. Are we talking about like for Q1? Or are we talking about just in general? Because I just talked a lot of stuff. Ms. Mona, there we go. 702 Notary Plus. Okay, look, I got you. I got you. GBP review. I'll make sure I get you. How do you market to schools that need apostille services? Ms. Porter, I have not successfully done it as much directly with the school. Look, schools here in Georgia are a pain in my butt. Because if you go to our Clerks Authority website, there is a form that they recommend how you handle schools, right? And so this is what I've been doing. Well, first of all, yeah, I always get it from the parents. I've never gotten anything successfully from the school, but this is what I have done. I go online to that to the GSCCCA .org website, right? And I go to our forms section. And if you scroll all, it's the same place we get our certificates. If you scroll all the way to the bottom or towards the bottom, there's like a form for recommended form for apostille requests for schools or something like that, right? For school transcripts. I print that out. I put my branding on it and I go and take it to the office. Like because I've only done it twice. What do you call them? It's not the principal. It's whoever generally signs stuff, the registrar. I take it to the registrar office or the counselor's office because a lot of times they're the same person, right? I will take it over to the registrar and I will say, hey, I'm a local notary in the area. If any of the parents have seniors that are going to be learning abroad or they're participating in something like that, because it's a lot of time it's the juniors and seniors, right? They're going abroad for whatever reason. Their parents are transferring. They're in the military. So I will give them that document with my branding on it and say, hey, if you ever have this situation come up, go ahead and give me a call. Because I've talked to 5 schools. I've done them for, I believe 5, and they all provided me documents differently. I'm like, that's not how he's supposed to do it. They just guess. And so I give them the documentation on how it's recommended from the state of Georgia that they do it, right? And again, I'm branding's on there, my business card's in there, and I give it to them. That's what I've been doing. I still haven't bore much fruit because I haven't been consistent enough with it, let's be for real, but that's one method I've tried. I guess, you know who's good at it? Ebony. but she lives in Ebony Lock over in regular Virginia, not West Virginia. She's in regular Virginia. She has had great success marketing to schools, like high schools and colleges in her area. And she lives in a military area too. So it's just really well, it's very lucrative for her out there. So maybe I need to talk with her again and like fill in the gaps on what I'm doing wrong or what I'm missing and then start doing that more. Because guess what? If I know, you gonna know. Miss Mona, hey, if you do, we listen and don't judge. I'm assuming that's about charging something. Miss Porter, I always donate under my business to schools to get my business out there. Yes, that's good to know. Um, Yep. Okay, Miss Porter and Angela, y'all talking back and forth. By the way, Angela is Hardy Girl 2021. She my new notary buddy out in Tennessee. A lot of kids do fundraise and donate to their fundraisers under your business. That's awesome. If you're gonna donate anyway, before school starts, reach out to schools to do a free notarization at open houses. Absolutely, Tommy. Absolutely. I think about it every single year, and I always miss the boat. I always miss the boat. So then here in Georgia, what I do catch are those documents for residential verification or whatever that the kids need to go to school. So that's what I end up catching. I always miss the open night. And this is the thing about it now where I just moved, there's a elementary, middle school, and a high school on the same strip that I live on. So I'm gonna make sure I get it this year. I'm gonna be down there. Yep, my focus this year is less loan signings and less printing. I hear that, Michael. Look, I buy the case of I think it's 10 or 20 reams of paper. And since I stopped doing the real estate transaction stuff, my paper lasts me forever. I love it. It's not cutting into my bottom line, and I'm still somehow averaging the same monthly revenue as I was when I was doing those because I don't have nearly as many expenses. Do you market to businesses in Mexico? And if so, how for apostille? I have not done that, Miss Mumby. I have not marketed to business directly in Mexico for apostilles, so I can't even guide you on that. The thing is, when we're doing an apostille, this will be the situation in my mind. The company that's in Mexico, they have something that's operating here in the U.S., right? And then what happens is they need those documents apostille. So I will go ahead and do what I have to do for them and get them apostille inside the US. Because if I'm trying to, and I may be thinking about it a little bit wrong sometimes. Look, I said I was going to stop talking about apostilles, but I keep going, huh? I don't know Mexico's apostille process. I do have somebody that is very fluent in Spanish, so we can make phone calls and ask and all that kind of stuff if need be. But I don't know their rules, so that's why I don't market to companies out or country. Like I don't market outside the country. I know there's a way to do it. I have just not figured it out, and nor have I met with somebody that's willing to give me a straight answer, right? Because I want to do it. I want to market to European countries because they still need stuff in the US. So that's the only way I understand it. They still need stuff to be done in the US. They may be living in Europe right now, but they were here in the US and they need to get the documents from that it took place in the US authenticated and sent over to where they are, right? That would be one way to do it. But a lot of times when they're out of the country, they just go to the U.S. embassy, the American embassy, where they are in their country and get it done. So that's why I have never done that. But to give you a nugget, market to businesses that are in the U.S. that have a presence in Mexico, right? My very first one, I did a few for him. That company, they're a pharmaceutical company, and one of their offices is in Mexico, and so they have documents that, you know, their documents here always need to be authenticated to send over to their other facility, and for whatever funding and all the kind of stuff that they're doing. Michael says I went out of toner at least twice a month, in some cases 3 times. Yeah, and that toner ain't cheap, even when we get good deals. I'm like, man, look, and then you got nerve to send me a $75 signing, and my toner is 85. I know they're not going to use all my toner on that one signing, but if I did a $75 signing and my toner is 85, how am I supposed to pull this job off, right? I've been there many a times. I'm like, oh, let me go ahead and do this signing real quick. It's 75, and then I run out of toner. I'm like, oh crap, and I ain't got no money for toner, and the only thing that's coming in is 75 bucks. So yeah, that's why I left that game a long time ago. But y'all, look, let me go ahead and start wrapping this up because we definitely went way over. I was talking too dang much again. Let me see what my notes say. I gotta talk to y'all as much as possible because we might be going away. No, I'm joking. We have other channels that we can stream on. And again, selfless plug, if y'all ain't already in the notary community, go ahead and join the community by tapping on the logo in the corner. That's the top left of the screen if you're on TikTok. And go to the link in my bio. Yes, it'll tell you that you're leaving TikTok. It's fine. You can come right back. And once you get to the next page, go to the link, go to the second button on that page. That is the invite for the community. That will get you into the community. Just answer all the 3 questions and I will let you in. And if you're a Georgia Notary Buddy specifically, I got you. We have a closed group. It's called a channel. We have a closed channel inside the overall community where we talk all things Georgia, right? We tell you what you can do, what you can't do, all the things I've tried to grow a business. I'm slowly trying to like drop stuff in there. But again, y'all got to run my notary business as well. So some things may not come as fast as you'd hope, but it's a one-man show over here, right? It's a one-man show over here. And so if I get somebody to help me, we can get stuff out a lot faster. Last 2 things I want to talk about is confidence. Are you guys lacking confidence in your business? Look, I don't have a lot of time to talk about it. Let's just know if you're not confident in yourself, I'm confident in you. If you got questions for me, go ahead and reach out to me. Let me know. Send me a message. Let's talk through what's holding you up, right? Like I said, I do not offer one-on-one coaching. That's not the business that I'm in. But if my notary buddy's got a quick question or something we can talk through, then I'm open for it. I am open for it. Oh, look, Facebook is, sorry, Facebook, I put my water bottle in front of y'all and I couldn't see y'all messages. Let's just look at Facebook real quick. Find the Facebook groups, Notary Seeking Other Notaries to become a witness. Oh, absolutely. Oh, that reminded me. In the community, I believe I gave you guys some Canva templates. They're ugly as all get out. They're ugly. And if I didn't do it, remind me and I'll make sure I put them in there. But I like the Facebook groups that I was in. I marketed myself as a witness to my other notary buddies. And I have a Camlet template on exactly what I posted on everything, right? It's in the community. Go and look at it. And if you don't want to join the community, it's okay. Go to the website. It's also on the link in my bio. It's the first button and go to the free courses section. You can do it that way. But just keep in mind, every time you get a course that way, you gotta sign up for it. And they send you an email and a password and all that kind of stuff. So the community just makes it easy because once I unlock it, it's yours. You got it until you leave the community. It's free. Let's see, what else? So yeah, market yourself to other notaries, search for notary groups saying notary seeking other notaries, all that kind of stuff. I don't know anything about it. I just saw it. Okay, cool. Yep, Metro Inspections. They're the ones who send me out for a lot of credit card validations for companies. Lisa got me. This just to register. And it is free. Something's free. Lisa said it's free, so it's free, y'all. Make sure I'm not missing any other questions. I can't see stuff on you. There's always one platform I can't see stuff on, and tonight it's YouTube. I see somebody's over there, but I can't see your questions if you're leaving me anything. But I'll always answer them. I will always answer them. Once again, thank you. You're welcome. The other thing that I want to say, let me wrap up with confidence. This is one thing, guys. If you are lacking confidence, like I said, go ahead and give me a call. Let's talk through it. Let's talk about it. What are you afraid of? A lot of times the confidence lacking is because we don't feel like we're ready, right? You've taken the training. If you've taken the training, you've already taken it. You've paid for 6 classes now. You're probably ready. The only thing to do is just get out there and do it. Seriously, just get out there and do it. Look, if you want to, I'll email you some documents, print them out. We gonna get on the phone call and we gonna pretend we face to face and we gonna notarize them bad boys together, right? Get your confidence built, whatever you got to do it. Because the longer you wait, because you're thinking you're not ready, you're never going to get ready, right? You're never going to get ready. The last thing I want to talk about, because I always want to end on something marketing based, even though we talked about a lot of marketing. When y'all make y'all marketing, hey, I think it's Kiara. Kiara, I see you. I'll make sure you're in the notary community. I will make sure I put you in there and just make sure you introduce yourself to everybody and put on your profile your state and what areas you serve. That way we can connect and we can send you business, right? Not just me, but everybody in the group. They may need you for something. The last part, when it comes to marketing our content, y'all, when it comes to posting stuff on Google, on Facebook, Instagram, even the TikToks, LinkedIn, Blue Sky, Red Ribbon, whatever the new thing is that people are running over to because of TikTok, all of it, even X/Twitter, you can market over there. Facebook Marketplace. Whenever you guys are marketing something, remember that yes, we have a service, and when it comes down to it, We're humans, we're emotional, and people are not booking our service. This is a trap that I think a lot of us fall in. They're not booking our services, our notary services, apostille services, whatever services you got, wedding officiant, fingerprint, and all of it, right? They're not booking, especially wedding officiant. They're not booking our service because they're logically thinking through it. One, they do need us. That's not a lie. But two, there's an emotion behind it somewhere. How many of us, like how many of you guys have gone to appointments, especially for me in my business, the kind of people that I serve, estate planning attorneys, end of life signings, bedside signings, right? Bedside notarizations. There's always a deep emotion behind it. And I think for us to be more successful in this space, we got to start tying into those emotions, y'all. We got to. So I know a lot of us use Canva for our stuff. I give y'all a ton of Canva templates for free. But they're soulless, they're lifeless, right? Please start adding some emotion to it. Start putting in your personality. Because look, a lot of times, people, I don't have the largest number of reviews on Google. I do not. That's just the nature of my business. I serve a lot of elderly. They don't even know how to they don't even know how to do that, right? I guess I can ask their son or daughter or somebody else to do it for them. But I don't have a ton of reviews. But if y'all go look at my reviews, yeah, there are some that are boring, but a lot of my reviews are filled with emotion, right? A lot of them, because I market to them with emotion, right? I know it may be hard to think of right now in this moment. We're going to go through it in the community. We're going to start building all this stuff. As I learn, you guys will learn, right? But just connect emotion to your marketing. Don't just say, need something notarized? Make sure I ain't got nobody's business on here. Need something notarized? Go ahead and call ABC Notary. I serve Gwinnett County. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. But guess what? Let me see if I can pull something out of my butt real quick. Well, I ain't got to pull. Let's just use situations that I always do. Hey, do you have a mom? Do you have a parent? Let's say a parent. Do you have a parent that's stuck at home because they can't leave, because they're bedbound or something like that? Make it sound nice. Do you have a parent that's bedbound, but you need some documents notarized? Would it be extremely helpful if someone showed up on time, someone that's very knowledgeable, someone that is trustworthy, and someone that loves to have fun with seniors to come and do your notarization? How would that make you, would that be beneficial to you, or would you find that helpful? If you would, go ahead and give me a call. I'm Ladero with Gen Mobile Notary. I service Lawrenceville, yada, yada. I service Lawrenceville, this city, that city, whatever. And a lot of the times, well, let me finish it before I go off. I service Lawrenceville, I service Swanee, I service Buford, whatever. I service all these places. Normally I do 2 or 3 max. So if you need if you would find that service helpful, go ahead and give me a call. I'm Ladero with blah, 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 blah. This is the place I service. Here's my phone number. Even though that was choppy and kind of, that was still personalized, right? I am a human on the other side. That's why if you guys look at my reviews, they're filled with emotion, right? And I didn't even realize I was doing that, because a lot of my stuff sometimes is just like, oh, you need this? Call me. You need that? Call me. Because I told you guys, I talk about one thing in my posts, right? Call me for this, call me for that, call me for this one thing. But now that I'm getting better at it, I'm starting to humanize it more. And especially if I'm sending an email, those emails are full of emotion. Full of emotion. That's what I'm using to market my business and grow it. Hopefully that was helpful for somebody out there. It is 9:15, so it is time for us to wrap this up. We went like 30 minutes over, but it's cool. It's cool. That's okay. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. I will be here every Monday through Friday, at least on these 2 platforms over here. If TikTok goes away, y'all gonna have to find me on YouTube, or don't find me on Facebook because that's a closed Facebook group. Find me over on YouTube, exact same handle. I'm the same handle everywhere: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, all of it. But anyway, I'm here Monday through Friday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, answering your guys' questions, bringing you some free notary game. And as I always say, let me double check, make sure there's no questions before I end. Okay, perfect. No questions. As I always say, you guys stay safe out there. For real, stay safe. Always be kind. And remember that you got this. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow night. Bye ya. Oh, dang. Hold on. The hang up button for TikTok went away. Hold on. There it is. Okay, bye. Oh, let's end YouTube.